And for more, we're joined now by Ivana Stradner. She is a research fellow with the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, which is a Washington-based think tank. Welcome to DW, Ivana. So can Donald Trump convince Vladimir Putin to agree to a ceasefire in Ukraine?
With mere words, absolutely not. The only thing that Putin understands are facts and power, which means that the only way that President Trump can convey a very clear signal to Putin to absolutely stop this brutal war is through sanctions and delivering weapons to Ukraine. I do believe that it's important to understand and to hear what Vladimir Putin has to say, to understand how he thinks. But he is often just using those meetings for his own population to portray Russia as an important power. So I think we are doing him a favor much more than he's doing us this favor. So I'm not very hopeful about the upcoming meeting.
I'd like to ask you to tell us more about the Kremlin's likely goals for this meeting and how it could be using it for its own strategic purposes.
Putin is very clear about his goal. He wants to subjugate Ukraine. And for this particular meeting, he's trying to ask something impossible, which is for Ukraine to cede its territory. And of course, President Zelensky is not willing to do that, which is exactly the game that Putin is trying to play, to put the ball in Ukraine's court and then to blame Ukraine for not being a cooperative partner. These negotiations are absolutely not in good faith, and we should not be fooled by that. As I mentioned, I really also hope that President Trump will impose additional sanctions on all those countries that cooperate with Russia economically and are buying gas. His decision to relocate U.S. nuclear submarines is a step in the right direction. His decision to target countries such as India is great, but this is not enough. Putin is just buying more time, and my concern is if we allow him to play this game, he's just going to buy more time, which would allow him to reposition his military and to continue his war. Make no mistake, Putin does not want to stop at Ukraine.
Well, we have seen that Ukraine is losing ground and support for this war and for Ukraine is wavering in the West. How is Putin likely to be using this to his advantage?
You're absolutely right. The only reason why Ukraine is not doing great on the ground, it is because we have not delivered the weapons that we're supposed to deliver. And of course, Putin is trying to target our center of gravity in the West, which is alliances, and to make sure that we are not on the same page. And this is precisely why I'm hoping that Washington and Brussels and London are going to work together and be on the same page. Because as I mentioned, Putin is a former KGB guy. He thinks very differently from us. Words are very cheap in his world. And that's precisely why we have to understand how he portrayed this war and why he wants to subjugate Ukraine and why his next step actually might be a hybrid war against the West.
That was Ivana Stradner with the Foundation for Defense of Democracies in Washington, D.C. Many thanks indeed for your insights. We appreciate it.
Always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you.